Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for George Overington.
Thanks. So, just to start things off, just to establish things, that I'll probably be smiling and giggling like a moron throughout my entire set for two reasons. One, I'm still kind of new to this, so I'm still a little bit nervous. And two, because unfortunately, when I don't smile, I look like this. And it's not exactly the best kind of look to have for a comedian, is it? It's actually such a severe resting bitch face that it's actually soaked through to the other side. Thanks to Ian in the awesome Umbro jacket there for actually drawing it on for me. So if you were wondering why me and him went into the bathroom during the break for a minute and came out giggling, that's why. Definitely going to be fun getting it off when I get back home tonight, in the shower with the loofah, going, it seemed like a good idea at the time. But yeah, so there's a reason why I also have been frowning a little bit, and that is one thing I can say is don't ever use eHarmony. It's an absolute fucking scam, because I went on there trying to find a date, because obviously, and it didn't work. I tried to cancel my subscription, and for cancelling they made me take out £60 from my account just for signing up in the first place. Yeah. It's like, why do they need that much money? They're certainly not creating any harmony with me. But yeah, so I'm from Littlehampton. Anyone else from Littlehampton? No. There probably are some people from Littlehampton here, they're just too embarrassed to admit it. But yes, Littlehampton, the land of chips, surf and sex. All three of which are very likely to give you chlamydia. Not that that's a problem. Yeah, chlamydia from chips, it's a thing. Oh. Not that it's a problem for me anyway, because I have no sex life whatsoever. No. But I will say, there was a bit of a delay on that one. But no, the kids do love it in Littlehampton. Anytime I go down to the beach after a weekend, I see that they've been playing with chalk. In fact, they've sometimes made an outline of someone lying on the ground because they have so much fun. And they must have dropped their Ibina right by where his head was, because there's normally a big red stain right by it. But yeah, no, so as I said, I've got zero sex life whatsoever. It's like, I'm actually going to be 30 in December. I know, I don't look it. I look like I'm 56. But I can count the amount of times in my 30 years I've had sex on my one hand.
With one hand.
Yeah. Just to give you a yardstick on this, so 3 times in my life I've had to go out and buy a pack of condoms that I had to get to replace an old pack of condoms that have expired, that I never ever opened. Now picture that level of sexlessness and weep for me. Oh. Much like how I do after a night out. I really hope at this point that my laptop doesn't gain sentience, because at this point it's probably going to start having a restraining order against me. Seriously, if that thing gained self-awareness, it'd start making a Netflix documentary about me. So another yardstick on this. So last time I was out was last Friday night. I was in Worthing seeing a friend's band. They're called Absuma. You may not have heard of them, but definitely check them out if you can, because they're an awesome band. But most of the audience that night were midlife crisis old women who desperately just wanted to have a good time at the expense of dignity. So they just got absolutely pissed, and they said, basically, I don't care how pathetic I look, I'm going to have fun before death's cold grip comes onto my shoulder. And bit of a laughter delay, tonight. But so I was going to the toilet and I was walking by this sort of short, very drunk woman in her 50s dancing around, and unfortunately due to her height, her hand was just at groin level for me. And so she whacked me in the penis by mistake because she was just so drunk. And then I said to her after she did that, well, that's the closest I'm getting to sex tonight. Thank you very much. But it's really good to be back in Brighton. Even though I'm born and bred Littlehampton, I did go to the University of Sussex, so I was an almost Brightoner for about 4 years, and I do really love it around here. Although I will admit that this is going to be the first time in a while where I've had to walk back in the pitch black dark in Brighton on my own. So it's been a while since I felt that kind of fear, so that'll be exciting to experience again. Although that being said, I don't think I have to worry about that too much anymore, because look at me. I mean, what kind of mugger is going to jump a 6', 20 stone weirdo with eyes on the back of his head? Don't sneak up on him, man. He can see you from all angles. Although, with how humid it is, as I'm walking back, the sweat's going to make it look like it's crying, so that's really going to put off muggers. I'm crying out of the back of my head. But there's a lot of really great things in Brighton, and one of which is, you know, the fact that we can do stuff like this. But just to wrap it up with a little quote from some of the great poets of our time, known as the Butthole Surfers.
Yes!
And they once said, "Cinnamon and sugary, softly spoken lies, you never know how you look through other people's eyes." But I don't know how anyone's going to look through these eyes. You've been fantastic, thank you very much.